Let me guess. You clicked on this video because every time you try to wake up in the morning, it feels like you're fighting a war with your own mind. You know that you have to wake up early to have a productive day, but that magical pull of your bed is just too strong for you to overcome, even when you should be well rested after sleeping for over 10 hours. I know how hard it is. For me, it seemed like no matter how many good habits I implemented into my life, this was the one habit I just couldn't get to stick. But that all changed when I discovered one simple trick that solved everything. This simple trick made me realize that waking up is kinda easy, but only if you do it right. So stay tuned until the end of the video, because I'm going to reveal my top secret no BS strategy that helps me wake up 100% of the time. But first, let's go over a small mindset shift that you need to make. The thing you have to understand about waking up is that the battle to get out of bed is only as long as you make it out to be. It can range from anywhere between a few seconds to several minutes if you choose to prolong the struggle. I used to think that the process of getting out of bed and starting your day was this dreadful task that required immense willpower. But the thing is, it can literally end in a matter of seconds if you just skip the snoozing part and get out of bed instantly. I realized that all I have to do is just get through these few seconds of temporary discomfort and I could start my day as normal. And this is the mindset that you need to have an easier time waking up. You need to understand that no matter how dreadful waking up is, it's only going to last for a few seconds. And after these seconds, you're going to feel just fine. So instead of abusing the snooze button and making the process way longer than it needs to be, try shutting off your brain and just storming out of bed the second your alarm clock rings. That way, you avoid the long and exhausting mental battle to get out of bed. Now obviously, this is easier said than done, so here are some tips to help you do that. First of all, you need to have a very good reason to wake up. If your day is filled with mindless activities that offer no difference from simply continuing to sleep, then obviously you'll have no motivation to wake up in the first place. So make sure you clearly state exactly what you're going to do after waking up the night before you sleep. Having a well-defined morning routine greatly helps with this. I found that just by setting the first 3 things to do right after waking up, I was able to rise out of bed with purpose and momentum. Something you can do on top of this is to thoroughly prepare your environment the night before so that you can immediately get started with your routine as soon as you wake up. For example, if your plan is to study the first thing in the morning, then the night before you can lay out all the study materials that you need on your desk so that you don't have to do it next morning. This will basically erase any friction there is between waking up and starting your studies, because you can just jump straight to the task. Another tip is to set a fixed sleep schedule and stick to it like your life depends on it. This one's pretty simple, and I'm not going to go into much detail, because you already know why it's important. Waking up at the same time every day basically anchors your body's circadian rhythm, making it easier for your body to feel awake at your wake up time. If you want to wake up late, that's fine, just as long as you sleep and wake up at the same time every morning. One final tip I have is simple yet highly effective. It involves moving a certain object from your bedside table to somewhere outside your room. This object in question is none other than your smartphone. You might be wondering, how the hell is a smartphone going to affect waking up in the morning? Well, you probably don't realize it, but your phone actually subconsciously glues you to your bed. Not only does it make it harder for you to sleep at night, it also makes it harder to get out of bed, because you have this source of pleasure right next to you when you wake up. So just try using a physical alarm clock instead of a smartphone for a few nights, and see how it goes. With that said, I'm now going to reveal my top secret strategy that has helped me wake up every single time without fail. So let's say you have to wake up at 6 AM the next morning. First, set your alarm clock to 6 AM as usual. This alarm should be placed within arm's reach of your bed to ensure that you can easily reach it when it goes off. Now, get your phone and set an alarm for 6:01 AM, and set the ringtone to be as loud as possible. Then, put your phone outside of your room, preferably in a place where everyone would hear it and wake up if it were to go off. You can probably see where this is going. Basically, the second your 6 AM alarm clock goes off, you have exactly 1 minute to get out of bed, run to your phone, and turn off your phone alarm before it goes off and wakes up your entire household. This literally forces you to get out of your bed the minute your alarm rings, because it gives you a sense of urgency. And by the time you pick up your phone and turn the alarm off, you're already wide awake. But if you want to be even more awake, be sure to hop in the shower right afterwards, because that will effectively kill all of the sleepiness you have in you. After that, you can proceed with your normal routine without feeling miserable because of oversleeping. This strategy, as far as I'm aware, has had a 100% success rate for me, and I'm hoping it works for you guys as well. As long as you have a physical alarm clock, a smartphone, and ideally someone else in your house, you should be able to use this method and have no problem waking up ever again. Plus, the added benefit of moving your phone away from your bedside also promotes healthier sleep habits overall. So yeah, it's a win-win situation for anyone looking to conquer their morning routine with ease. So go ahead and try this strategy and see how it works for you. That's all I have to say in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.